Hey, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, actually. Time is at about 12:40, I think. And one second. All right. So I'm not sure if any of you are trading. If you're able to hear my voice, do let me know. I joined a bit late today. I think I switched on my video. One second. I joined a bit late today, and anyway, I'll be on video because I started with video. Let me stay on video. So I did some positions on Nifty, and then Bank Nifty. Anyway, I had overnight positions, and then I tried a different strategy altogether. Let me show that very quickly. All right. All right. So these are all the trades that I have at this point of time. And so almost like after many many months, right? I tried stock options, but I'll come back to those options little later. There was definitely some bit of a thinking and rational. So right now on Nifty, I'm at these positions. So I think last week, I'm not sure if you got to see my trades, right? So I was actually on the PE side, I was actually selling the monthly options, and then the CE side, I was selling the weekly options, which I try to do again. I think as of now, it looks like it's paid off, but then my original strategy was a little different. I will also explain what I wanted to do. But for now, let's look at these trades at this point of time. All right, so one second. So let me explain first this one. So this is in isolation, but right now this is, I think, kind of in losses, but that's all right, not a big problem because we still got 24 200 260 is the final call that I need to be really worried, but I think that's going to be definitely my view. The probability of reaching there is quite low. Uh, I mean, obviously, we never know. The reason is there is some obstacle here, which is at 24,500. If you go back to the open interest for 26th December, definitely there are close to 57.18 lakhs put options were written, while there is also call option, but I think these two are definitely some obstacles, but that's all right. So let's say even if it goes to this place, let's also look at the worst case scenario. Even if it goes to 24, I think I will probably get into losses of about 12 lakhs. I think not a big amount for the capital that I invested, about probably about 2-3%, I think. However, the reason I was not much worried is because of the call positions. So right now, these are all the CE positions that I have. I had a very close this one hedge, but then I have moved out. The reason was the returns were quite negligible. That's the reason I wanted to really move that out. So right now, if I just do the CE, I think I was actually obviously constantly selling at 25,000. So even when the market is actually going up, and to be honest, I wasn't really monitoring. The reason is I am not much worried on the upside move, but definitely I would be worried on the downside move. So that's the reason I wasn't. And also, market I think is fluctuating quite a bit, both up and then down. Um, uh, that's even in the downside because let's see if the PE goes wrong, because we still got a couple of days to really recover. So I'm not much worried. So again, upside also I'm not much worried because if it goes upside, if I have to do a combined um, thing here, right? So upside also there is a quite bit of a profit that we would make. The reason is there is one PE which is very close. In fact, I was actually working on one strategy over the weekend. I thought I will implement it, but right now I did not. I will do that only when Nifty crosses above 24,700 at this point of time. I think this one. Let me also share this. So I will do that. I mean, I was thinking one more strategy. I will do that when this crosses, which is 24,707, which is, I think you still got some more. I was actually thinking I should probably make that change, but then it did not really happen. So I will also explain what I want to do that particular strategy. So all right. So currently, this is the trade for Nifty. There is no rocket science right now, and also I wanted to make this as a delta neutral. I mean, usually I do not show the Greeks because it would probably confuse. Right now, it's 202, not much problem. It's I'll not say it's not very close, but I think if it goes above 500, I will be a bit worried. But right now, between 0 to 500, I'm okay. So right now, I'm not much worried about this particular trade. So now, coming back to Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, this trade I took on Friday, I think. Friday probably I took in the live trade itself. So this is basically directional, obviously. And then I'm not expecting Bank Nifty to really go hit the all-time high. All-time high is somewhere here. So which is about 54,500, I think. Currently, I'm covered until 54,300, which is about 3.4% from now. I think the reason, the confidence um, uh, on that would be there was a RBI CRR rate cut announcement, right? And then banks did not really, react positively. So I thought there did not be any other trigger at least until December end. So that is one reason. But let's say even if it stays below this range, I think this is still like how much, about 3%. I think that's absolutely all right. Again, this is not a big amount. I will keep building these positions down the line. I think those are all the two positions that I have at this point of time. So, but today the good thing is I'm not really monitoring at all. To be honest, I was actually walking on other things, so that is good news. Okay, other than this, I have these stock options which I used to do earlier, but then recently I stopped pretty much doing. So Asian Paint, I shorted both CE and then the PE at 25.0. The reason was Asian Paint right now, the RSI is quite low. I thought it probably will not go beyond the current price, but I think it is actually going. But we will see in case, let's say, okay, 5 minutes. I'm not sure why this is a big candle here. This could be a fake one. Not sure. All right, but I think it's actually going down. But I'll take a call. So right now I had put a stop loss about 50,000 there overall. It's an alert actually, not a automated stop loss. But I think there is something happened with Asian Paint here. There is some fat finger, I think. Let me just check what happened. Yeah, I think there is some fat finger. Somebody bought the price here somewhere 24, 29. I think that's a mistake. Could be a mistake, but that's all right. So yeah, I think there is some fat finger mistake. All right, that's fine. So right now, the reason I want to do this is if I go back to Asian Paint. So the RSI, I'll have to go on the daily. The RSI was quite low. I mean, RSI was low somewhere here, right? So which was it's like oversold in the range of 24,000. So I thought it will not really go beyond this, but anyway, that's fine. So today there was definitely some bit of a dip, and overall I had put a stop loss about 50 lakhs, 50,000. In case if that hits, I will probably exit the trade. But right now, what I did was I have I mean, these are all 30th January, which are quite far, but then this is the original trade. So this also, if the Asian Paint doesn't really go, I will only make losses when it goes below 2384, which is, I think, all-time low, at least in the last 1 year, I think. Not all-time low, but 1 year. 52 weeks low, I think. But then to compensate that, I do have sorry, my bad. This one, apologies. So this is the one. So I am okay until 2360. But then in case if the Nifty, sorry, Asian Paint falls, I will also do, that's the reason I did this CE also, which is 2440 CE. In case if this goes well, let's say if this goes well, I think there is some money there, about 53,000, I think, which is about 8%. I think that's a good money. And then anyway, I'm going to keep this. And then as of now, I had put a stop loss at about 50,000 here. I think it's a little far away from the what is happening. Let's put everything. All right, I think the Bajaj Finance again it was at the bottom actually. So this is also pretty much reached the bottom at about 24.67, and also you got multiple. I think at least this I think if you consider it, it's I know little away, but then we got one, two, three, four times it took a support here. So the probability of this going down is very low. Again, we never know whether it's going to be 100% or not, but that is the reason I took some trades there. So Bajaj Finance. So I do have a PE, and in fact, this is the heavy loaded one. This is the 30th January 24,000, same place where there is a resistance. There was a resistance, or there is a resistance. And then I also have 66,000 PE in case if this misses, I'll have some thing to fall back, and then you have the CEP and whatever. So I think the 26th alone, 26th December, this is the chart. I think if it goes below 66,800, I'll lose money. However, if it 30th January, I think a lot more safer. So you have a lot more playing ground to play here. So not big quantities, but I just wanted to test this and then see how it goes. And but overall, if I combine these two, I think it's pretty okay. So I will be worried when it goes below 67.60. I think that's the trade here. Okay, now CDSL is because I have CDSL stocks actually, and then is this actually this what happened CDSL today? It reached highest level of RSI. Uh, so this is basically pretty much if you look at it's 80 RSI. So I thought there's going to be some bit of a resistance, and it might probably fall from here. If you really look at the past history, whenever it reached let's say uh, 84 here, and then you have 75, this is fine, and then pretty much 80 here, there was a some bit of a reversal here, taking that into consideration, and today is being the highest RSI. I thought there is going to be reversal. I mean, I just sold one lot just to test the waters. I'm not going to, I mean, I have some stocks there, so I thought I'll just protect that money, that's all. So if this goes well, I'll just get 15,000 or whatever, not a big money, but then from the percentage perspective, it's about 13%. So I think that weight is definitely good money. Last but not least, Reliance. Reliance again, it's more of a bullish bet to be honest. And uh, if I if I just go with let's say December, January, I'll get rid of this for now. Um Sorry, I'll get rid of this now. And then January, it's a very straightforward triangle, and then it's a bit of a skewed triangle because I did not take in the midpoint. So I thought it's not going to fall beyond this because there are no results and other things at this point of time. In fact, January there will be results. So that is one reason that I took position. And then to compensate that, I also took a one CE in case if this doesn't go up because it's a skewed one, right? Anyway, so I took a 26 December C. So this is basically, if everything goes well, this gives about 4.3% by another couple of days, I think, right? So another 17 days, I think. Yeah, I think those are the trades. But obviously, these trades, I will not wait till the last minute to happen. So I will probably, if I get some reasonable profit, I will exit this trade. So I think that's all. Those are all the trades that I have. Let's come back to Nifty, what is happening. So Nifty, as you can observe, that I'm not even watching the chart now. So because it's both the sides, it's kind of compensated. So as of now, what is happening? Let's look at Nifty. Any questions on the stock options? I know you have not seen me doing that so far, but I was doing the stock options earlier quite extensively, and then I got into this daily expiry, right? So when this came in almost 1 or 2 years ago. All right, so now what is happening with this? Let me go back to the all right, so Nifty, this got to be 3 minutes, this got to be 30 minutes. All right. So 30 minutes is still, I think it's my view, it's neutral day to day, at least from the face of it. That's what I could see. This is definitely crucial one, right? So in case if this breaks and then the one candle comes below this, we can actually conclude that it's 30 minutes can it's a bearish candle. And right now, this is yeah, I think this is also, this is not bearish as such, but we'll have to wait. So I was actually telling the other day, right? So somebody wants to do a scalping. Two conditions need to match, but I think right now this condition doesn't match because this got to be comprehensively above or below these lines, which is not the case right now. Once, let's say, probably there would have been trade here, but I think that's a very short-lived trade here. This one, I think, but that's a very small trade. There could have been one trade here. Where is this? I think in the chart. Yeah, I think this was a trade. This was a bearish one, and also you got 3 minutes. Also, it gave a bearish. I think somebody short here. They would have probably got some nice points. But right now, for scalping, there is no trade here. We'll have to wait and then see what's going to happen. All right, I think that's the thing, and there is the uh, 1 second. Let's. I'm holding the puts. Is it okay to hold on? I assume you bought the puts, Ravinder. Is it right? And then what is the value? I do not know. I think it depends on that actually. If you tell me the exact number, that I can look at it and then see. I'm not sure which put is it. Is it 25, 24, 500 or something? Can you tell me what is the number? We'll check once in the chart. So Ravinder, okay, 10, 24, 700 we bought puts. Okay, let's look at it. I'll tell you what can happen, what may happen. I'm not very sure, but 24. Sachin, I'll come back to your question. So just give me a few. And I would assume it's this week expiry. Let's look at what is happening. So this is 24,700 put, and then this is 24,700 put. So as of now, so right now it actually, I do not know what price you bought, but then right now it is actually 181. I can only say that unless this crosses with massive volume, and then let me also check the other indicator, BTI indicator. I can't see the data here. All right. So I mean, this has to cross this value, which is about right now it is very close, but then I would actually think that it has to cross at least this 181 and then 189, and then it has to stay there for at least for 30 minutes. Then I think you will get a confidence saying that it's going to be successful for you. But it doesn't stay for 30 minutes, then you would actually end up losing money. Just be cautious. That's all. And also put some stop loss around, let's say, as of now 160, right? I think the lowest it took 161. I think somewhere you'll have to put your stop loss here. Otherwise, you will end up losing the money. But again, this is my prediction. It could be wrong, it could be right, but be careful. That's all. But right now, it is actually showing some bit of a bearishness, not bullishness. So technically, you were expecting Nifty to go up, right? So that's why you bought no, you were expecting Nifty to fall, I think. Okay. Now I get confused with the buying, so I only do selling mostly. All right, so that's fine. As of now, I think it doesn't look, my view, very good, but I leave the call to you. So where is Nifty currently? Let's come back to our own trades. All right, so our Nifty is at about 24,638. So technically, Ravinder, you would make money when Nifty falls, right? So I think we'll have to see that Nifty is going to fall or not. All right, so let's go back to any other questions. How much total capital deployed? I think I did about 2 crores, I think, on Nifty today. I'm not sure. Let me just check. It's about 2.23 as of now. Let's see. So I think because there is some bit of a fall, so I'm not planning to track these right now. It doesn't make sense. But Bank Nifty I need to. But I think these are all the trades that I have, right? So Nifty side, let's focus on the weekly expiry. Weekly expiry, I did the CE sell for 25,000. I think I'm going to stay here. I'm not planning to make a lot of changes at this point of time. I think I'll stay here. But however, I will also tell you one strategy that I was thinking the other day. In fact, over the weekend, I was thinking the strategy would be something like this. So I know these quantities are little higher, but then my original quantities, I just want to put about 200 or whatever. But right now, because we are here, let me put that trade here. I mean, I'm not going to execute this. This is just for the. So I'm going to do 26,000, sorry, 26 December, and then I will sell the this PE, 25,000 PE, and then I will also buy the 24,000 this one, and then these lots at least it got to be 700 or 632, whatever that number. 632. So this is the trade that I want to do. So where it's basically a bullish trade, and then if Nifty goes bullish, I will actually make good money. But if Nifty falls, I will also lose good amount of money. So the reason I did not do this trade was mainly because Nifty, when I looked at today morning, right, I felt it's a little weak today. I mean, when I say weak, I'm not expecting it's going to be absolutely bearish, but then it doesn't show some bit of a bullishness. So that's the reason I thought I will not go aggressively on the PE selling at this point of time. I think that's the rationale. 24,700. Sachin, what was the question? Sorry. Yeah, so we just looked at 24,700, right? So I just said unless that, yeah. So I just said this has to comprehensively break this and stay here for at least for 30 minutes, like you had this candle. And I'm not sure what price you bought this one, Mr. Ravinder. And be careful on the stop loss. So stop loss right now had put about 160, but if you're able to make some money, you should definitely make money and then exit sooner. Okay, all right. I think this is the 24,700 PE, and then let's go back to Nifty again. Yeah, I think Nifty is falling, which probably would make some of the PE buyers happy. But I'm a PE seller, so but I'm not unhappy. At least let's look at what is happening to the. Oops. All right, so I think I would have probably lost in the because its market is falling down, right? So, but then I'm on the December PE, so I'm not much worried. There is plenty of time. So there could be some bit of a loss here when the market falls, but that's okay. That I think I can manage because you got a lot more time to play with that. So right now, anyway, I'm mostly focused on this particular trade, and I will stay on this trade and then see what is happening. So I think there is a good amount of decay today. Let me also open the insta options. So I think this is little different than what we had seen last week. So I just have the CE position, right? Then nothing else. Nifty 25,500. All right. So this is the only position that I have. So I'll just monitor it and then see what is happening. So okay, I think yeah, I think this actually reflects the Nifty movement as well. There, I think technically there is not much of a decay. Let's look at what is the price here. 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock Nifty. Yeah, it's 614. Currently, it's about. Yeah, I think there is not much of a decay, to be honest. Just that it moved up and down, but oh no, 10 o'clock is sorry, my bad. 10 o'clock is. I think there was a decay. There is a definitely decay. 586. So 10 o'clock, it was 24586. Right now, it is 24628. So there is. 24, yeah, there is almost like 40 points kind of a decay right now if you really look at the price perspective, because the price has gone down, but this actually stayed afloat. So that way I think there is definitely some kind of decay. Anyway, so right now there is nothing else we need to do. I'll probably today, what I'll do is I'll exit this trade, and then I will probably look at if I can come a bit closer. So that's what which I will do. And bank Nifty trade is it's a zero maintenance state. So as I said earlier, I would be only worried in case if I hear bank Nifty hits the upper circuit, sorry, not upper, all-time high, which is about 54,500, I think. Let me also cross check that once. If I let me check. So bank Nifty all-time high. Any of you remember? It's I remember it's 54,400. Yeah, 54,500. I think this is all-time high, which happened on 26th September. After that, I think there is it tried to reach this and then did not really make a cut. And yeah, I think we still got another 1,000 points to reach there. But however, if it reaches, then I think probably I'll put an alert here in case it reaches. I need to be definitely be worried, which is 54,467. I think. All right. I think Bank Nifty, I think it's taken care. Now, I think there is nothing else we need to do. I think today, so in order for the Nifty to comprehensively become bullish, this has to cross this, which I think took a resistance here, which is in the range of 24,800 or 700, right? So this has to become green to officially say that Nifty is actually bullish. So which is not the case right now. All right, so I think that's thing here. Okay, let's go back to 5 years now. So I think monitoring this alone doesn't make sense, but I think at least it'll give some satisfaction that we are monitoring something. But that's all right. Let's take some questions here. So that's the reason I have changed my strategy, Sachin. So I'm actually, if you look at my trades, right? So currently the short strangles is very difficult to manage. That's the very reason my CE is on weekly, but my PE is on monthly. So I will have sufficient time to act in case if there is any unforeseen situation. And also, I said as much as possible, I wanted to ensure that the delta is below 500, which I think it will be. Yeah, I think right now it is pretty much zero, which is 3, which is good actually. It has to be zero. If it is zero, then you will get all the money. But if it reaches about 500, I will tend to manage this. But right now I'm not much worried at all. So that's the thinking there. And if you look at the bank nifty also, as I said, it's a predominantly one-sided one. But then my thinking is it probably will not get into all-time high. I think that's the this anyway. It's minus 59. That's all right. I think that's the thinking at this point of time. Okay, thank you so much. My question is, how do you manage the positions of straddle triangle when the sharp moves comes volatility? I think so. I mean, if I'm on the straddle usually I do not do, because straddle is almost impossible to manage during the expiry trades, right? So strangle we'll have to exit the leg that is actually getting into losses with a stop loss. There is no other easy way. That's what which I think pretty much anybody would do. But the challenge is, let's say if you get into situation like last Thursday, it's you will end up losing money. There is no way to make money in that kind of a market. All right, I think that's the I answered that question. And then I'm not sure if any of you are trading today, but if at all you are trading, um, I know I explained quite detail on the stock options, but have a look at it when you get time. I do not want to again repeat, but I think the CDSL probably, as I said, it's at the highest RSI. I would have bought some more. I would have sold some more, but that's all right. We should not be greedy. But right now, I'm guessing it might probably stay below 1900. Let's look at open interest. These are all, I think, newly introduced uh, FNO stocks. I think FNO, these guys got introduced very recently. That's what I remember. I think as of now, 1900 seems to be quite a bit of a resistance. I hope this will actually expire below that. I might probably do 2 more positions, I think, just to be a little bit greedy. That's all. Let me do that. Anyway, I do not have the um, hedge here. Probably I'll do 1 more here, and then I will buy some hedge here, which I think I should have 2 here. All right, so that would give us about 20%. Okay, that's a good money. Okay. I think I'll go 5 here and then 6 here. So this is called greediness, but anyway, that's I'm also human. So buy was done. I think sell was not done. 44.3. All right, this is also done. So now let's go back to CDSL. All right, I think there are 2 reasons why I took this position. That is more important, right? So one thing is obviously there is no open interest, which is high for the 1900. That is one reason. The second biggest reason was CDSL is at the oversold region in the RSI, sorry, overbought region. So usually when it's overbought, there's going to be some bit of a reversal. So that's the reason. And right now, I think if everything goes well, this gives about 20%. Let's see if this is going to be reality or not. So, however, I will actually put a small alert here so that I'll get some WhatsApp message, I think. All right, I think so. I had put this alert for pretty much every other stock trade in case, because I do not monitor them regularly, right? So in case if, let's say, even Reliance reaches about 20%, I'll get the alert, and vice, I mean, others also. Same thing with the had put for the Bajaj Finance and then the Asian Paints as well. Let's see if I'm going. Okay, I think Asian Paints got moved a little bit up, which is a good news. Earlier, the P's were quite bad. Sorry, not this one. So Asian Paint, where is the PE? Yeah, this PE was quite bad earlier, but right now I think it's kind of recovered. I think this is as of now still in the range, so I think I should not be much worried. All right, so let's get rid of these all these stocks for now. Otherwise, it will confuse us. What is happening with CDSL? Let me just check. Okay, this is still 140. All right. Okay, so now coming back to our Nifty trade. Um, so what happened? Nifty, oh, Nifty again. There was some bit of a pullback, right? So 24, 671, 671. I think now going back to the previous statement that I made, let's go back to same trade that Mr. Ravindra took. So it did not really sustain this about. I think that's the reason it is again falling. So you will only be confident of your trade if this has to at least stay here for more than 30 minutes at least, a comprehensive candle. Then I think you will be able to make money. But I think it's as of now it is not. So you need to be a bit cautious on your trade. So I think there is some bit of a bullish movement in Nifty. That's what I could see. One green candle. Is it a comprehensive green candle? I think this is a good green candle. If you go with 15 minutes, yeah, this 15 minutes is a definitely a strong bullish candle. This candle mostly it should end in green, and then the next candle probably it has to be maybe red or green, one of those. All right, so I think we'll stay on this trade for some time. There is nothing else we need to do. But if I go to 30 minutes, it might give some. If in case if anybody wants to do scalping, it might give. Yeah, I think this could be a scalping opportunity on the CE side. But this has to comprehensively close. I think at about 12 minutes. Right? I think this would have been a good scalping. But anyway, I do not do scalping, so just for the educational purposes. All right, I'm also looking at the trade flow. I'm not using much because for these long trades, it really doesn't make sense because monitoring sensible is a lot more easy. I think yeah, if in case somebody is trading, Nifty gave a quite a bit of a sine wave kind of a movement, right? I think it's started, it went up, came down, it went up, came. I think it's basically maybe it's a consolidation kind of a mode. It's I can't say it's a higher low, lower high kind of a thing, right? So it doesn't give a comprehensive up or down movement. It's pretty much hovering all over the place. All right, I need to go off the video for a few minutes. All right, any other questions, folks? If at all you are trading. I think this is the trend line. I think we should monitor unless there is a break here down towards the down. We'll have to adjust, but otherwise, this I think is reasonably a good trend line for today. I'm just thinking, is there any other? I think there is one more here. I think probably this is more prominent, I think. All right, so let's monitor this for now. In case if this crosses here and there, we'll have to check. So this is valid until 12th December 5 3 o'clock, which is on the top 24,862, and then the bottom we have multiple lines, and then see whether it is going to be working or not. Yeah, Ram, I think you may be right. Let's see. I think the last week the move was quite massive, which I think nobody has predicted. I think suddenly these FAS came and then bought some things, right? So I think that's where, yeah, I think it's pretty much going in a sine wave kind of a move right now. Suvankar Senapati, you place what? No, I do place manually. I do not place. I mean, I do have some conditions to place, but generally I use trade flow anyway. But today I did all manual because there is plenty of time to think and then do today. So there is, I mean, it's basically trade flow uses API in the backend, not. But all the stocks I did manually today. Not all go per se. So I think these are all. So I think the my condition is any of these trades, if they become um, more than 50,000 loss, I will exit them irrespective of the capital I used. So that's the thinking right now. But as I said, I should not be much. So CDSL, I think it's my view again, not a recommendation. I think it's a good trade. The reason, right? So two reasons I said. One is it's in the RSI overbought. The second one is um, it is also there is a strong resistance at 1900 from the OI perspective. The two reasons. But then I do have underlying CDSL stock. That is one reason I want to hedge here. In case if the stock falls, I'll be able to get some money. So that's the reason I specifically picked up CDSL today when I was doing the screeners. The RSA came as one of the things. So, but right now I'm covered until 1992, which is almost like 100 rupees from here, close to 100 rupees, if not 100 rupees. So I will exit this with loss if it reaches, let's say, 50,000 again. So that is, if today itself it reaches here, I will exit. But I think today I'm expecting it will not reach there because it's already 0.8 right now. Let's look at what is happening with the CDSL. So there is a massive up move here, which is till 1930, I think. I hope and I pray that that would be the last for this month at least. So earlier also it tried to do higher highs and then it took a resistance. Right? Probably this is the next higher high. We need to find out. I'm not sure if RSI is here. It is there. All right. So Yeah, I think this is pretty much outside of the band. So ideally, it has to come back. Ideally. So as you can see here, right? So the only time it reached here is this time, and then it really retraced back. One more time is here. Again came back. One more time here is again. At least there was some bit of a sideways. Sideways. After that, we do not find anything. Let's also look at weekly. Yeah, I think weekly side this is still okay, but then this is the highest one where it took a turn back. This place, I think, yeah, weekly probably it's not giving any signal, but at least daily definitely it gave. But let's see, I might be wrong, but at least this actually is quite aggressive for today. Let's see. All right, so let's go back to our trades and then see what is happening now. As you can see, right, because market is also not very aggressive, so we're not monitoring at all. Let's put Reliance. Reliance, I think it's little in losses. That's all right. What is happening with the Reliance? Reliance is staying there, and okay. So I started getting money on the CE. I think. Where is CE? Yeah, this one. This one. Yeah, this December also started giving money now, which is good news. And I think even if December it expires below, I think it's a my view. It's a good returns. I think. Let's me look at alone. So 4.3%. I think that is also good money. If I probably add some hedge, probably I'll get some more returns. I think some more margin at least. But right now I'm not adding in hedge. I'll because there is a strong PE there. The PE is very close, right? So this is very strong PE now. So even if it goes up, this will give massive money. So, but I think if I just do the December one, let's look at what is the. This is 26% returns, but again, Reliance is quite volatile, right? I would not recommend you to get into this trade unless you have that risk appetite. All right, I think that's all. So right now, I will not track the stocks again. I'll untrack them so that there is no confusion. All right, so this is where we are. Let's look at. So this actually means that Nifty is falling down. This also means that Nifty is, I think, a bit stable, not falling down. I think it's kind of neutral right now. I think I agree with what Ram said. It's probably kind of sideways today unless there is a buying or selling that happens at 2 o'clock. But right now, I think it looks bit of a sideways market at this point of time. And I think I will follow this trend line for now. If it breaks, I think these two trend lines, my view, are very key. I think let me get rid of this. Then I'll add a new one. So we will put red color to this just to differentiate. All right, so this is green color. And then I'll put an alert here. I will also put an alert here. All right, I think that's we are kind of covered in case if Nifty goes up or down, we'll at least come to know. I'll also get rid of some of these indicators because I'm not using them for now. It doesn't make sense to. All right, I think this is more of a cleaner screen right now. There is also one alert here, which is interim bottom for today, I believe. No, yeah, not interim bottom. This is bottom for today, I think. Today or yeah, today, 10 o'clock. And then this side also, I'll get rid of most of these indicators because I'm not using them. I'll just keep these two. That's all. All right, I think that's all for now. Oh, difficult to see. Okay, let me change this. What about now? Is that clear? Are you able to see the screen now? I think at least I could see that it is probably a lot more better, I think. Can one of you confirm if the screen is clear to you, or better than the previous one at least, if not clear? Okay, all right. So let's take one more question. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing a bit of a combination, sir. So I am doing let me go back to, but again I'll get into the black screen. Uh, okay, I'm not sure if where we can change this. 1 second. Any of you know where we can change in Sensible? Not here. Is there a settings? Oh, FIIDA section. Okay, that's secretly. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So um, yeah. So what I did was for Nifty, I have definitely. So it's technically right. So put side, it's a kind of a bullish or neutral, and this is the monthly expiry, and then you have week side. I'm doing a just a call, then nothing else. There is no put here. The reason I do not want to get into that Thursday kind of situation again, right, where you'll have to both the put and then call were hit, and then you were kind of nowhere in the thing. So and I explained my original plan of put a little bit more deeper, but right now I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to stay here for now. This I think is reasonably good. We got the downside close to break even is 1.7% somewhere here, but I think even if it goes to 24, which got a massive resistance, I lose about 12 lakhs here. But then what would happen is I will probably gain on the call side, because call anyway I'm going to do here, right? So this call, for example, if this goes well, uh, you'll get about six lakhs here, and then I have two more opportunities. If it goes down, I will probably next month I will do again 19th December again. I'll sell the CE. That's the plan right now. Let's see how this is going to shape up. All right, I think that's the thing. And is this okay, or this got to be black? Or I'm not generally comfortable with white, because for me, it's because I use the screen, right? So bigger screen, so I find it a little difficult. Uh, but that's fine. That's all right. So I'll change it back to. But I learned something that you can change here. That's so. Let's look at what these FAS are doing on did on Monday. Sorry, Friday. So call options, they were medium bullish, and then put option, they were medium bearish. Okay, I think it's kind of neutral. And okay, client, they're medium bullish, which they would have probably sold call options, which I think they did. So pro is neutral. Okay, that's interesting. Cash market. Okay, so Friday they were the net sellers. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, all right, let's come back here. Nifty, I think right now is okay, doing good. I think there is, as I said, I'm not planning to do any other adjustment at this point of time. Let's also have a look at Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty trade, I think I did explain last week, and in fact, I did a few other draft trades. But if you're interested, you can see. But I did not execute them. These are all some things that I did over the weekend. So this is basically for 26th December, and then this is the payoff chart. We can look at it. So this gives a wider range. The break even is beyond the all-time high, and then uh, I mean, it only if it falls bigger, you will make more money. But if it stays here, still it's okay until you cross the 80H. You do not really much worry about it. I think if you want to really know the trades, these are all the trades. So I'll stay here for a few minutes. This is one more trade which I did not execute right now. This also got a downside 2.4 and upside 2.8, and also it's obviously directional one. If in case bank nifty goes up, you will make more money until 55,060. I was actually experimenting quite a bit over the weekend, so that's how I saved these drafts and then wanted to just check what is going to happen. And then CDSL started giving some money, which is a good news. I think this is basically 19% and 3.55 lakhs, I think, which seems to be quite good returns at this point of time. But anyway, if in case if the CDSL goes bad, then I lose good amount of money. Let's see. I'm thinking, is there any other better trade on CDSL? If we do straddle rather. I think this also seems to be a good trade to me, at least. Yeah, this one, where you do not have the downside risk. I think 1 second, this is fine. Yeah, this one, you do not have the downside risk, but you are covered until 2036. This I think is okay trade. So the only thing is, obviously it will not give the 20% there. It will give so 20 means it's, I think 5,000 means it's about 4%. Okay, I'll probably not do this, but if I do 2 here, what would happen? Okay, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, this could be a trade if somebody wants to try it out. I'm putting in draft and then see, I'll check it if it is going to work or not. At least in the future, we'll come to know if that is a good trade or not. All right, I think so. Reliance gone to green, and then the CDSL also gone to green, and Bajaj Finance is definitely red. Asian Paints is red, and Bank Nifty is also green. And they right now, I think, except these two trades, I think all are good. Let's look at if there is any adjustments that we can do for Asian Paints. So 2499, I think earlier 2440. I think I'll not make any adjustments right now. Let's wait for some strong. I think Bajaj Finance also same thing. 2885. I think it was 0.3 in the morning percent. Right now 0.5. Yeah, let's see. I'm not planning to make much changes there.
వేడిగా ఉంది.
సరే ఇక్కడ పెట్టు పాప. కాల్లో ఉన్నాను. All right, let's look at what Pratap Reddy sir is saying. Okay, weekly you are saying head and shoulder. Okay, let's test that. Yeah, I think you're right. So this is the shoulder, this is the head, this is the shoulder, this is the shoulder. So ideally it has to fall, right? That's the head and shoulder. So let's also draw some man here. This looks like a ghost, but that's all right. So okay, I think that's right. So we'll see. So now let's say we also need to look at what kind of to what extent the shoulder can go, right? That's important. Let me close this for now. So this I think is the highest point in the shoulder for now, at least, which is 24,276. So that's not the highest point. I mean, at least from the body perspective, that's the highest point. Let's put the cursor here. It's 24, sorry, 25, 25,356. So 25,356. Somewhere here, yeah. I think we'll also keep an eye on this. I mean, ideally, this December expiry shouldn't be above this one, 25,367 or whatever that number. I think that's a good observation, Pratap Reddy. Let's go back to 1 day and then in fact our own charts. Okay, this ghost is still here. Would I get rid of this? That's a fun drawing anyway. All right, so I think I think I again have to acknowledge what Ram said earlier. It's definitely kind of consolidating. We'll have to keep an eye on at 2 o'clock in case even the FAS come up. We'll have to see what's going to happen. All right, so let's take Suvankar Senapati. As you have good experience trade flow, is it good to use the trade flow for 0 DTE as monthly subscription is like 10,000. Yeah, I think the zero DT is definitely, it's quite useful because the your ability to execute the trades is quite faster. I think it will be quite useful, to be honest. Let's hide this. Right shoulder is it to? I think that's right. Yeah, I think it will take some time to form. I think we'll see. And Subankar, I think if you are doing a higher volume, definitely it's quite useful. But if you are doing a lower volume, then it's not useful. Just be cautious on that. But generally, not just execution, you have a lot of conditions to play around, right? So that where you will be able to save a lot of time. Why less quantity? Which less quantity, Kranti Prasad? Are you talking about the trade volumes generally, or any other thing that you are referring? All right. So let's again go back to. Is my video clear to you? I'm using a Sony camera, new one. So I just wanted to check on that. 1 second. Okay, that's great. I'll check in the YouTube later today. But before that, I thought I'd quickly ask you as well. Yeah, CPR, I think it works well. I mean, again, I think if you take an indicator, right, they only work like 80% of the times. Let's look at CPR as you asked. I think I do have CPR anyway, but right now, because it's in the, let's see if I can see that. Yeah, you got the, probably I'll do the daily one. All right, so today, if you see, right, if you can see the, I think probably I'll go to kite. I'm not able to see here properly. It took a resistance at CPR itself. So here you can see, right, the CPR, you have the, this is where the upper side, I think LC or BC something they say, and then this one, this is where it took the resistance and then came down. Only thing is, see, you can always argue, right? There is always a thinking that it can also pass this, but the thing is, if it goes above this, there could be a up move. Sometimes there will be an up move, sometimes there will not be up move. But right now it took a resistance, so now we would actually think that CPR anyway worked for today. And in fact, you can also, if you can actually calculate the CPR 1 day before also, if you want to. There is a, if you go to ChatGPT, you just need to give these values actually. I'll show you. So if you can actually give the um, only 4 values, I'll tell you what are those values. So if you go to, let's say, daily one, right? So it's basically, if you look at Friday, 24729. 24729. close 24677 24. Can one of you tell me? Write in the comments. So I'm actually okay. That's fine. I'm done with only high is 24751 24751 and low is 24620 24620. So this would actually automatically gives the CPR. I mean, before even you start the day, you will know what are those values. So this is the high 24751, low is this one, and then the sorry, this is the given data. So this is the 24682 is the pivot one, and then you have the, I think it's TC is forgot what is TC. Let me tell you TC CPR. Yeah, top central pivot and the bottom central pivot. That these values you would actually get to know one day before itself. Not that you need to wait for the CPR to be drawn. Sure. Which email ID can you send to this one? So this is how you can, I mean, you can actually see this, right? So right now it's 24682. Let's see if it is actually working. Yeah, it's exactly working, 24682 or whatever. And then the 24685 is the top one, 24685. Yeah, so that is also matching. And then the bottom is 24651. I think I'm sure that also will match. 24651. In fact, I mean, if you are doing an analysis, you can actually look at this one day before, and then you can also come up with your trades. Yeah, this works most of the times. I'll not say 100% of the times, but it works most of the times. Yeah, I think the challenge, right? We'll have to keep monitoring allied code. So there is nothing like foolproof way where you will actually say that, okay, let's just do CPR and then do these things, right? Let's say if you take Friday, sorry, Thursday kind of scenario, we can always argue it's one off, but then nothing would work. So if you look at, let's look at Thursday, right? So you go to Thursday. So nothing would work actually. Everything will be broken, and then just that your stop losses, you will be a bit cautious to exit appropriately. That's all you can do. But there is no guarantee that it will always take the resistance come down. Some of those things would not happen. Somebody needs to be careful. And VWAP is also a quite powerful indicator, and that actually works most of the times. Yeah, thank you so much, Pratap. Much appreciated. You can use CPR by KGS CPR indicator for more easy way to. All right, that's fine, no problem. I am actually comfortable with this this one. Yeah, this is very easy. Generally, earlier I used to do this calculation. There is an Excel sheet that I have, and then I used to have, but right now it's okay. Again, some of these things are, it's not like they work all the times, right? So I'll check that indicator anyway. All right. So let's go back to, I forgot to watch the trades. What is happening? Let's look at the trades. What is happening? Okay, so we'll get it off the. So Nifty, Nifty 630, which means that C would have gained some money, and then the P would have lost some money. All right, that's fine. I think, as I said, we still got a lot of time to play. By the way, I have exited one trade with the 76,000 profit in the morning, and then I came bit closure. And if at all you joined bit late, my original idea was to not to do this trade, but my original idea was to let's say I like again explain this, right? So I do not want to really do both the P and then the C and the same expiry now. So the idea was to, one second, these are all 632, right? It's the 612 actually. So my original idea was to, I want to do, let's say 26th December. And then I'll go a bit deeper into this one, P 612. And then I will actually buy here. There is only one drawback here. In case if there is a massive fall here, I'll end up losing quite a bit of a substantial money. But then the thing is, I will not really do a lot of adjustments on the expiry time. So I will just keep quiet, and then even if even if let's say you get the fluctuations like whatever happened on the um, last Thursday, I will not be much worried. Maybe I'll actually do a fresh trade in case if you joined a bit late. My idea is something like this. So you do 12th December, obviously we'll do this one. You sell, let's say I'll go with 100 lots here. And then I will obviously get some hedge here, 100 lots. So this is the normal trade. And then with these 100 lots, I will actually add, I'll go a bit deeper into this one, 26th December. Again, this is basically a directional bullish kind of a strategy, right? So I'll go a bit deeper, and then I will in fact sell the this option. And then I will also buy the this one. So now with this, what happens, right? So let's say if this goes up and then down, you will not be much worried, but then you do not want to go that deep. You can always actually cut down. You can probably get to, let's say, 25,500. And then this also you can go a bit more easy. Not that you need to get into deeper. You can go a bit more easy here. But then the things wouldn't change, because if the moment it hits 24,600 or whatever, you start losing money. But then you will not get into too much of an adjustment. So that's the only advantage that you will get. And also if you go to Greeks, right? So I think this probably is not well balanced. But my current trade is, I hope it is balanced. I'll see. Yeah, it's 130. As I said, below between 500 to 0, I'm okay. I think anything beyond that, I will be a bit worried. That's all. So right now, delta, right? For this, it's obviously, I mean, ideally this and then this should match. If it is minus 2,000, this got to be 1,000, 1,000. It is not the case right now. The reason, right, I went a bit aggressive here, 24,500. That's the reason it is higher. But right now, let's say it is 1,700. But if I get rid of some quantity, it will become normal. Um, if not the position movement, but at least the quantity, if I reduce, it will become pretty much zero. But right now I think it's okay. These are all the hedges anyway, not much of a difference. But yeah, I ideally want to get into net zero delta. So that's the thinking. But I think right now it's okay. I think only one point of it went to 16, but right now I think 162. I think still it is okay and manageable. So let's look at CDSL. Must be in losses now. Yes, that's good. Where is CDSL? All right, anyway, this is a directional one. And also, as I said, I do have the CDSL stocks in my portfolio.
It's 14 hours.
In case if substantially goes up, then I'll exit this with losses and also exit the stocks anyway. So that way I will not get into too much of a loss. So I think the 2 o'clock now, we'll have to see if there is any substantial action, either upside or downside. So we'll keep an eye on this. Let's see. Nifty broke the trend line. Possible. Okay, Nifty broke the trend line, but I think our trend line was a little different. I think. Let me just check. This is the trend line, which I think is. I think I drew one more. Not able to. Maybe this is the one. Yeah, this is the one only I drew. Yeah, I think we'll keep an eye on this. So it's basically 24620. Let's see if this actually breaks. Uh, then I think we can say that. I think it just touched this, not broke. Yeah, this has to break. My view, this has to break. If this breaks, then I think there could be some bit of down. But right now, I think there is 2K support. So let's see. And then obviously 3 minutes is bearish at this point of time, and this is also bearish, but we'll have to see whether it is going to substantially bearish or neutral. That is also very important. This one, it's actually, I have disabled the Bollinger Bands, but this is I think you were not able to see this, right? I think that's because I changed the color. Text. All right. So this is linear weighted moving average. Yeah, this is linear moving weighting average. So, and then you can also note on this is the HLC3 and then 1010. This actually I'm using for commodity. I mean, commodity I don't trade. I just for time pass. I just do one little trade and then either lose or gain some 5,000 and then exit the trade. It actually working very well for the commodities. That 30 minutes and 3 minutes thing. But stocks, sorry, these kind of things we'll have to see. All right, I think so. There is not much of a movement here. So let's look at volumes. What is happening with, let's say, HDFC. So there are not there are not much of a volume, to be honest. $94K. Okay, so I think there is some fall is happening. If you look at Reliance, also not substantial volume. ICICI, not much. ITC, L&T is actually gone up today, which is a good news. All right, and the TCS is moving up. Okay, that's interesting. By the way, IGL, they're issuing the bonus shares in case if you not heard the news. So I did buy some IGL. Where is it? What is happening? Something broke. Okay, this I think ROM is right. So this kind of broken. So which means that there would be some impact to the positions. Let's look at. Yeah, I think there is not much of an impact. The reason is this would have probably substantially went up. This would have probably gone down. That's what. Yeah, I think that's the reason. That's all right. So I'm fine with that. Let's let's see what's going to happen to Nifty. So that is basically, I think most of you don't know, right? There will be these bulk deals and other things at 2 to 245 or whatever. So there would be a lot of movement that point of time. If that gets subsidized, then we can look at the real sense of the market. Let me move this little bit down. Okay, this is, we'll give one more chance. So let's look at what is happening to Mr. Ravinder's positions, right? So I think 198 is good. Again, I'm not sure what price you bought, Ravinder, if you're still in the meeting. So we had put a stop loss at about 158. Right now, I think 200. Maybe we would have gained some money. Again, I do not know what price you bought, but um, I think that's a good, deeper red move. So we have pretty much after this strong green candle, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red candles. I think that actually shows that there is bearishness in the market. So now I think I will get rid of this. It doesn't make much sense. So we will actually put an alert here. I think we already have an alert here. I think if one more alert we get, there is something drastically is going to blast. So let's look at the positions again. What is happening? All right. I think there is some bit of a loss here, but let's see if there is an impact on the stocks as such. CDSL. Okay, Reliance gave some money. Nifty. Okay, we lost some money, and then while the CE gave, but then I'm sure PE would have been lost. That's fine. That's expected. Yeah, I think there is not much of a drastic move. I think CDSL, there is a bit of a movement, I think. Let's look at what is happening there. Because we saw the red earlier. Okay, I think this was actually sold off. Okay, that's fine. All right, I think probably I will end the live stream because 2 o'clock also there is other than that little movement, there is nothing else happened. But I'm thinking it's a false move, looks like. So there would be definitely some bit of a recovery. So PE, let's see if there's going to be recovery or not. 24,620. So I mean to call today bit of a bullish end, it has to cross this 24,639 for now. Let's see if this is going to cross because this is 30 minutes candle and this anyways there is a recovery. All right then. I think what is time now? I think I'll exit at about 2:15. As I see, there is nothing else is happening in the market. Let's look at. So P has recovered quite substantially, if not fully, but that's good. This is still all right. Okay, I think. C started recovering fast. Can't understand the price action. So C started recovering fast. I mean, these are all my view false moves. These are all stop loss hitting moves, right? So yeah, this again tries to be bullish in 3 minutes candle. Let's see. We're going to cross it. Yeah, I think it's a substantial move. So the P has recovered quite well. Earlier we had seen about 70 or 60. This I think is all right. So I think overall again it's fine. I think at least I do not have much to worry. So because if I do the PNC at the same position, I would have been very worried. But right now, same expiry. But right now, I think it's okay. I do have a lot of time to think and act, or at least act, if not think, one of them. Okay, all right. I think these are all the positions. So probably today, before expiry, I will take some profit booking. I will probably exit this for now, which I think gives a substantial 1.6 lakhs, I think. And then maybe I'll look at if I can really distribute this into some more closure CE positions. That's what I'll think. But that all goes with how the day ends today. I think that's, I'll probably take that call at about 3:20 or so. That's all. All right, folks. I think I will end the live stream for now. Have a great remaining day, and then obviously have a profitable day. That's all. Stay safe. Bye bye.